Welcome Switch Fitters to another Switch Fit fitness video with your fitness coach for today, James. And we should be up to MMA workout number 3. That's right, this is part of a series of workouts. So hopefully you've been working from the beginning, which are suitable for all abilities, but specifically for getting those guys who've not done any fitness for a long time moving again. Now people think, right, well, why would I want to be doing some kind of cage fighting, some martial arts to get moving? That's because a lot of the basic movements that we're going to be doing are great for engaging the core again and just getting a little bit of flexibility into the system. There's no resistance on any of the training, so it's just getting your body moving naturally again. So absolutely perfect for beginners. Now these workouts have been around 15-20 minutes long, so guys, all I want you to make sure that you do is that you give your individual very best, and hopefully you have done 1 and 2 and that you are looking forward to doing 4 after this as well. Okay, so you don't need to do another warm-up video for this. I'm going to take you through a little bit of a warm-up, but make sure you've got a nice little fitness area here, that you've got your water, that you've got your towel to wipe your face when you get sweaty, because we will be getting a little bit sweaty. And you can see here in front of me that I do have a folded up mat. Okay, now guys, you don't need a folded up mat necessarily to do this. You can of course do this with a cushion or something from the living room. Don't try and beat the hell out of it, you know. Make sure you look after it, of course. But it's just to make sure that you're not putting any pressure on the knees. So we are going to start off with our warm-up here today, and we're going to do a little bit of shadow skipping. If you want to get yourself out into the garden with this, maybe you've got a tablet or a phone, or maybe you're doing this on a laptop that you can take out with you, that's great. You can use a real skipping rope. But we don't need to. We don't be knocking over chandeliers. So, are you ready to rock and roll? Of course you are. That's why you are here. Let's do this, guys. Okay, so a little bit of skipping. And we're just doing one foot to the front and the other, just like so. So we are going to have a full warm-up. However, I do suggest that you try and get around the Switch website whereas you can. Just bounce on 2 feet now, guys. Try and get around for the stretch off, because we're not going to be doing a full stretch up at the end of this. There are plenty of videos out there, including some stretch videos done by myself. Okay, guys, high knees now. So we just want to get those hip flexors nice and warm. Okay, big smiles on your faces, of course, because you're here, you're doing it. And we're going to go into the figure of 8 now. 2, over, 1, 2, over, just like so, really getting that core warm, getting the obliques engaged. Do this as fast or slow as you need to, guys. Good stuff. And carry on normal skipping. And we're just going to get that toe flick in there now. Notice how I'm rotating my wrists forward, my elbows are going forward, and I'm moving from the shoulders as well. So I'm getting a good bit of mobilization in there. And that's the purpose of this warm-up, really. Get the heart rate up, get a little bit of dynamic stretching in there, a little bit of mobilization as well. Double unders, guys. Up, over. A little bit of bouncing, and again, up, over. So we can do these with a real skipping rope. Good man, good lady. Let's do it, up, over. Good people, good keep fitters. Here we go, last one, up, over, and back into normal skipping. So this time, guys, we're gonna go backwards with the arms. Let's go, nice and light, side to side. You're doing great. Okay, guys, so let's move with both feet together. And we'll start going forward again with the arms in a second, unless you're super coordinated. It becomes quite tough. And let's go high knees now, up to the front. So this should get us nice and warm. As you can hear, I'm getting breathy. If I'm getting breathy, guys, you guys should be getting breathy. Good stuff. And here we go with that figure of 8. 2 and over. 1, 2 and over, guys. 1, 2 and over. 1, 2 and over. 1, 2 and over. 1, 2 and over. And start skipping and start flicking those toes. Doing great. We're going to do backward skipping again. If you can coordinate it. Great stuff. I'm going to do those double unders one last time. You ready? And with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the sound of the rope. And 5. And shake it off, guys. Okay, heart rate should be up a little bit. Can you hear that? That's my heart going. Yours should be going as well. Hands up towards the sky. Big stretch. Let's really reach out with those arms all the way around. All the way around the big eye dark. Stretching off the shoulders, the core, the hamstrings, the lower back, the obliques. Back around the other way, guys. All the way up to the top. And we're going to go to the left. We're going to go to the right. We're going to come to the middle and reach back. I'm going to bounce down. 1, 2, 3. And back up. Go to the side. To the other side. And up again. And go bounce down. 1, 2, 3. Come up, big arm circles around to the front. Great stuff. And big arm circles around to the rear. So we're going to go for the same kind of beginner format with today's session, and that means that we're going to be doing 3 3-minute rounds. Each 3-minute round contains 1 minute of 3 different exercises, okay? All of which should progress up from what you've done before. Okay, let's have a good shake out now. I'm going to show you that first exercise so we can get stuck into this. Okay, so previously we have done some knee on belly work, haven't we? Okay, knee on belly, it's a wrestling, combat submission wrestling. That's where we've been transitioning side to side. We're going to teach you a little bit of a more advanced position now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this mat slightly sideways, okay, because I don't want to be hurting my knees when I get into what is called the mount position. The mount position is very much a strong position, okay, when it comes to ground fighting. And this is when you're in a position where you sat with your knees on either side of your opponent's hip, and you really got them under control. Their legs are actually behind your hips, okay? Now, it's only in this position that we're going to throw a strike. So are you ready? From here, we're going to do those 3 strikes. 1, 2, 3. Hands go onto the chest and go to knee on belly on one side. You're then going to go back to the mount, and you're going to do 1, 2, 3, and knee on belly. It's that right-hand side. Notice that knee on belly, hips are up, and I'm posturing up tall. So let's do this now, guys. It's for 1 minute. 3, and up, and back down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and back up. Good. So this can be used as a great warm-up. It's really good for those guys who do a little bit mixed martial arts because you're teaching repetition of the movements and the body mechanics, but it's also great for beginners because there's not a huge amount of resistance. It's not hugely intensive, but it is going to get you moving again, get a little bit of a sweat on. 3, posture up. Good stuff. And again, keep that going. Okay, keep that going while I explain the next exercise, guys. Okay. So on the next one, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of ground fighting again. Keep going. And we're going to start off in the quarter position. I'm going to turn this back this way this time. Okay, quarter position is when you're here. Okay, you've got your arms across like so. This is going to protect an opponent from choking you out. They're probably taking you back at this point, and you want to avoid them taking you back because that's when they're going to choke you. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop up onto our hands, and we're going to sit out. I'm going to take my left foot. I'm going to bring it through onto that right-hand side and bring that hand up. And I'm going to come back, knees on the floor, and back down into that position. So again, with me, pop up onto the hands, shoot the right leg through to the left-hand side, sit my hips down into it, hand is up like so, and back down like this. Just take your time. So pop up, get the body mechanics, and back down. So really good for the core, really good for the obliques, for the hips. I want to keep this going. Got another 10 seconds. Pop up, hips go out like so, back down. And again, pop up, and back down, like so. Good stuff, guys. Try and get a couple more of those out while I demonstrate to you the final exercise, which is a standing kickboxing count. And we're going to do a strong 4 count here. Now, you might be left-footed, left-handed. Okay, guys, so in which case you'll do this opposite to me or you just mirror me. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do this with a knee. So up in that stance, you do rear knee, comes forward. Drive that knee forward. And as you come back, your lead hand is going to come around in a hook, turn the foot towards it. You're then going to do that right cross coming across like so, and you're going to jump to skip and drive the other knee forward, so the lead knee. So again, with me, rear knee, lead hook, rear cross, knee. Okay, just like so. So great for body mechanics, getting the brain in tune with the body. So right knee, left hook, or for you guys who are left-handed, right hook. So lead hook, cross, and then coming over with that knee. So again, rear knee, lead hook, cross, switch knee. Rear knee, lead hook, cross, switch knee. Let's keep that going, guys, okay? So hush, 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 hush. Well done. You don't have to do the hushes if you don't want to. You can just leave that to me. Okay, guys. But again, it's just good body mechanics. Getting the hips moving and getting your body doing a little bit more than it normally would. Am I teaching you to be great fighters? No, I'm teaching you how to move and use your body, especially using your core and your hips. Okay, guys, give me another 10 seconds of this, and then we're going to get a recovery. So here we go. Rear knee, lead hook, cross, skip knee. Ready? Hand again. And time. Good work. So it's moving the body. That's all it is. It's nothing too complex. We are progressing. This is a little bit more technical than what you've done in the last couple of workouts. But that's the point. We're trying to progress you. We're trying to make you better all the time. So don't become despondent if you find any of it tough. Just practice. There's nothing stopping you from pausing the video and having a little bit of a practice before your rounds. Okay, guys? So we've got another 30 seconds now. Might be a good time to practice that. So I'm pretty sure all of you have nailed the mount, which is knees either side, doing those strikes. 2, 3, hands on the chest, posture up, easy stuff. Have a practice of that if you need to. The quarter position into the sit out is a bit tougher, okay? So remember, it's knees on the floor. Just watch me from here. I just pop up onto my hands. That's just to give me room to move one leg through to the opposite side. And I just sit my hips towards the floor and twist up like so. That's the position you want to be in. So maybe copy that position and then come back. Like so, okay? So are you ready? Of course you're ready. Give me a minute at best. Let's go with that first exercise. Knee on belly. Mount, strikes. 1, 2, 3. and up, back into the mount. 1, 2, 3, and up, good stuff. Back down, into that mount. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, easy stuff. I don't want you to stop while I'm talking and motivating you and talking you through it. You've got that story there, guys. You've got a little of interest. Somebody will be asking you later on today, wow, you're looking great. What have you been doing? And you say, do you know what I've been doing? I've been on that Switch Fit website. I've been following this MMA training program. They say, MMA, is that cage fighting? You're like, yeah. But what I'm doing is a beginner's program, and it's trying to get my body mechanics going. Because these guys, they have to be gymnasts. They've got to be able to strike. They've got to be powerful. They've got to be flexible. And they've got to be able to have a really good relationship between their brains and their bodies. So 15 seconds to go. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get you from that point where you've got nothing when it comes to fitness. Don't worry about it. It's a starting point. We're getting you moving again. There's no resistance. We're getting your brain engaged with that body. So just give it your individual very best, and that will be enough. Okay, guys, let's go into that quarter position. And let's give it our best. Pop up, shoot through, and back down, like so. Pop through, and back down. Pop through, and back down. As you get confident, of course, just like me here, you can increase your speed. But again, don't look at this and think, well, I'm never going to be able to do it like that. Don't get despondent. The only way you can fail at anything in life is by just giving up. Just try and do your best, and that is enough. And it's by trying and by practicing and by repetition that you are going to get to where you want to be. So let's practice, guys. Come on. It's only a minute. You've got 25 seconds left to go. Just practice slow as you need to. It doesn't have to be fast. You might literally just go like this. That's all you need to do. That is the movement. That is all it is. 10 seconds. If you can increase it, do. If you can't, don't, okay? Give me another 5 seconds of that, guys. When 5 seconds of that are done, you're gonna stand up, and we're gonna go for that rear knee, lead hook, cross, skip knee. Rear knee, lead hook, cross, skip knee. Rear knee, hook, cross, skip knee. And let's keep that going, guys. Okay? So some of you might be using this maybe as a little bit of shadow boxing, because maybe you do a little bit of kickboxing. I don't know. You might be a kickboxer. You might be thinking, wow, that form of James is shocking. Okay, guys, well, improve on it. Show me what you guys can do, okay? So let's go. So let's get it going. Good. And again, hush, 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 hush. And again, hush, 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 hush. There we go. So I'm mixing it up a little bit there. We've got that rear knee, lead hook, cross, skip knee. Okay, great work. You've got another 15 seconds to go. Let's keep that going. So remember, rear knee. Notice how I'm leaning back into that, guys. Like so. Okay, I'm not kneeing up. I don't see any of you doing this. Okay, guys, you're leaning back and driving that knee forward. That's how you're going to engage that core. Okay, you've got another 5 seconds, guys. Same with that hook. Make sure you twist into it. Keep it nice and tight. And then release that cross, that straight from the hips like so. Okay, shake out, guys. That's you done. You've got another minute recovery. And then we've got one more 3-minute round. Not too tough, guys, okay? So what kind of training is this? Where you're doing a bit of work, bit of recovery, bit of work, bit of recovery. Go on, say it out loud. If you know the answer, shout it out the screen. It's, of course, interval training, isn't it? Okay? And even though what you're not doing here is particularly high-intensity exercise, you should be working to your best levels. You should be getting a sweat on. Okay, and like I said, this is perfect beginners. There's no resistance in there. Okay, so you're just doing your individual best, but then you're getting a recovery. And that recovery is allowing you to get your breath back, to get your heart rate down, so you can perform again at that nice high level. So instead of just continually working, sort of just bumping along at a medium to low intensity, not really ever showing the body something which is better, which is progressive, which is more advanced, which will make you better. Instead of just doing that, what you're doing is you're constantly going up and testing what the body's capable of doing. Final round, let's go. Okay, mount position, ush, ush, ush. Up, posture up, and again. And let's go, 1, 2, 3. Up and down, 1, 2, 3. Up and down. Notice how I'm coming up nice and tall every time, guys, okay? So try and get the very best pace you can do. Do not sacrifice form. You know me, guys. You know that I need the form to be good. If you're going to get the most from this, you need to make sure that brain is engaged with the body and you're doing things perfectly first of all. Make sure that hand pushes on the sternum, that you vault. I don't want to see anybody sliding. I don't want to see this because you're a little bit tired. I want to see you giving your very, very best, okay? You're not tired, okay, guys? You're not tired. You're chasing your goals, okay? You know when you've given everything because that's when you're done, okay? That's when you're done. And you're not done when you're tired, are you? Okay, so let's keep on going. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you don't bruise your knuckles when you're punching those pillows. 1, 2, 3. Posture up. And again. That's not what it's about. Maybe you are doing this with a punch bag. That's absolutely fine. And let's go into the next minute of exercise. So remember, start off slow if you need to. You can just put your hands down, shoot through, come back, and swap sides, okay? But as you get better at it, try and shoot. Make sure you sit into it just like so. Okay, so remember what you're trying to do is take your opponent's back yourself there. They might be taking your back. They've got their weight on you there. You're shooting up, and you just move out to the side, and you probably spin around and try and take their back like so. Okay, but you guys aren't too bothered about that. It's just there's a little bit of a story about what you're doing. Really get that body mechanics going as you're doing this. Great for the hips. Great for the core. And of course, that's what a lot of this is about. It's about engaging those key areas of the body. So guys, it gives you a real good platform as you're going into other types of fitness. Because the last thing you want to do is that you go and do something maybe that is resistance orientated and you've got a lot of weak areas, weak fundamentals. This is definitely fundamental stuff. Give me a couple more and then we're going to stand up. We're going to kickbox that opponent now that we've destroyed them on the floor. And let's go. Okay, so up, you know what to do. Rear knee, push, lead hook, push, cross, and skip knee. Let's go. And if you want to up your pace, let's do it. So, push, 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 push. Okay, guys, I want you to keep that kind of pace going if you can. Okay, if you're not, don't worry about it. Let's just get some good form, and let's make sure you're just moving the body more than what you normally would do. This is a beginner's workout after all. Okay, so let's go. Knee, leaning back. I'm still shielding my head at the same time, guys, but I'm throwing my arms back the way that I'm kneeing to generate power from the hips, okay? So I'm leaning back. I'm turning my foot into where I'm hooking, and I'm keeping it tight. This isn't a John Wayne punch, you know? You're not in True Grit, Rooster Cogburn, doing all of this, going into your bar. It's not that, it's nice and tight. You're coming in like so, and you cross, turning from the hips. Turn from the hips and then switch. Knee the other way, okay guys? You've only got another 5 seconds to go, so give it your very, very, very best. I'm sure you got a little bit of a sweat on. Let's make sure that we finish this victorious. And time! It's time, well done, good work. Wipe that sweat off of your brow and take a little bit of a breath. Okay guys, so wow, that is MMA number 3, done. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Say well done me, not me, you. Well done you, good stuff. You should be really proud of what you've done there. Great for getting the body moving. Fantastic warm-up for those guys who maybe are a bit more of an advanced level doing mixed martial arts. Great for getting that kind of repetition on the movement and engaging, of course, those core muscles and those fundamentals. Okay, but for the rest of you, you're here because you're trying to get that body moving. You're trying to get the core strong. You're trying to get that natural movement, okay, guys, which is going to provide a great foundation for what you need to do going forward. So hopefully, guys, you've now done 1, 2, and 3. I'm expecting to see you back for number 4. Make sure you go and get one of those stretching videos from the SwitchFit website. There were lots of them there, including one by myself. Okay, guys, and I will see you in MMA workout number 4.